Hello, I'm Kevin Berger. In 2012, Minnesotans recycled over 35 million pounds of electronic waste. That's over 6.5 pounds per person in the state. There are many options to choose when recycling electronics, and Tech Dump, a division of Jobs Foundation, is one of them. Tech Dump provides stable jobs to economically disadvantaged adults while taking care of your electronic waste. Here to tell us about Tech Dump and their new location opening in St. Paul is Amanda LaGrange, Director of Marketing. Welcome back to Newsmakers.
Thanks so much for having me. Great to be here.
So it seems like Tech Dump really has two missions.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about that?
Of course. Well, there's kind of the obvious side, Tech Dump, electronics recycling, the environmental side. The EPA reports still only about 25% of consumer electronics are recycled. So just think of all of the things either sitting in closets or potentially, unfortunately, going into a trash bin. There's a lot out there that needs to be recycled. But what we've been able to do is to take those unwanted electronics and turn them into jobs for adults that need them. So a lot of our staff has spent time in the justice system. Many are in recovery from various addictions and just need that time of being able to have an employer that can vouch for the fact they'll show up to work on time, they'll respect their managers, they're working hard, and then they can move on to employment elsewhere.
So you really help them build some good habits?
Absolutely, absolutely, and get that kind of check of approval as an employee.
Now you've really been in a growth phase at Tech Dump.
Absolutely. It's been such a fun ride though. So we started electronics recycling just in 2011 and in the past years have continued to double each year. So actually last year at this time we were celebrating a new facility in Golden Valley, and that was great news, and now we're spreading the word that we're headed to St. Paul with a second location. So
if people have their own electronics, will you pick those up, or are you really looking for somebody at a corporate level who's got a whole lot of stuff?
The key we found is just to make it as convenient as possible. So we have our location in Golden Valley and soon one in St. Paul in the Midway area that anyone is welcome to come and drop off items. We do work with a lot of corporations and even small businesses to provide pickups in our box trucks. And then we also host Tech Dump events where you could pull up in your vehicle, we'll unload your gadgets, and you'll be on your way. So the more convenient, the better.
What do you do with that stuff?
Absolutely a great question. We hear that a lot. So we determine what can be reused and refurbished. That's always our first choice. And in that instance, all data is wiped off. We make sure that data is done securely. The other side of what we do is the recycle piece, which is more commonly known. And in that piece, we get it down to the component level of cords, boards, plastic, steel, and then we work with vendors within the Midwest to get them smelted down and back into the chain of production. Yeah.
Now you mentioned a new spot in St. Paul. Can you tell us a little more about that?
Absolutely. So we're very excited at the end of September that will be open and ready for anyone that wants to stop by. We'll be at 698 Pryor Avenue North in St. Paul. So right in the Midway area, pretty close to the new Green Line. We're very excited to have a second spot to make it as convenient as possible and a good Ramsey County footprint.
And in the course of this expansion you're doing, will that allow you to provide more jobs for people?
Absolutely. So last year we ended the year with 22 program participants. Right now we're about at 30, and by the end of the year we should be at 40. So making a great impact in providing employment for those who need it.
And also to help us with recycling that stuff. It's
Absolutely.
better to do something with it than to have it go in the landfill.
Absolutely.
Well, Amanda, thank you so much for joining us today to tell us about Tech Dump. If you would like to learn more about Tech Dump, you can visit their website. You can find out about a Tech Dump event and other things the organization doing. Their website is techdump.org, and that's for your information. Make sure you hang on to that website. That's it for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Kevin Berger. Thanks for watching.